Can you hear me now? I guess. I guess so. I guess so. Can you hear me now? I guess. I guess so. I guess so. Yep, I think it seems to be working. Alright guys, if anything, let me know in the comments. I'll be here for roughly 20 minutes and then I'll be out. Yep, seems to be working. Let me know in the comments. I'll be here for roughly 20 minutes and then I'll be out. I have some double. Okay, there. It is working, I think. Yeah, sure. If Forces Metals and ISO Energy. Yeah, sure. Sure, let me have a look. Let me have a look at it. I have it right here. Let me know if you can hear me. Just type 1, because I just turned down the... I just need to be sure. Type 1 if you can hear me in the chat. So. Let me know. Type 1 if you can hear me. Then I'll just go on with the Forces Metals chart. Yeah, super, fantastic. Thank you, Yas T. Thank you. Okay, so Forces Metals, quite simply, to me, this is the bottoming that we have had. You know, it went on from like 2013 to roughly 2021, so roughly 8 years. And we have the downtrend before, sideways action, and this is the first impulse up here. And I think this is the flag that is getting broken. Now we have a bit of a parallel resistance here, but it is my view that we are just slowly trying to break that here. You can also, if we add in a horizontal level here, you know, that high, that is what we are fighting with at the moment. So I would say if we get above, you know, 0.82, that is when this continues. Looks really, really good. Is it getting sold off just before the close? Yeah, a tiny bit here. Yeah, it is. It is. But again, it looks okay compared to most of the others. You know, bull flag, pole, bull flag, and then continuation to the upside. There will also be some resistance roughly around here. You have the two, the wick there, and then you have the flag, the pole high here at roughly 1.3. But definitely, still looks all right. I still think we have a leg or two more up before this is over. ISO, I have ISO as well. Somewhere in the vast. You can see your ISO quite simply as well. This is actually a huge, same thing, a huge pole up here, and we have broken the flag here again. So you could have bought the break, and now we are just breaking out and hopefully sideways action here with a bullish, you know, sideways action above the top of the flag, which is always nice to see. And again, you have the first resistance, and then you have the second here, and then you have the ultimate, which is there. So you can add them in here. You can see first time we got a bit of a pushback here, a bit deeper than I would have liked, to be honest, but still, it's all right. It is alrighty. But again, you should also look for URNM just to see how it is. It's on the verge. I wouldn't say a breakdown, but it is getting a bit iffy at the moment. Again, you can see here it is trying to pounce, you know, that flag high there, that triangle high, and we are maybe losing some of the last trends here. If we do getting below 46, then I think we are in for a correction, and that should in my view, again, be a buying opportunity. Hopefully we break here. We have a week or two still. So that's it, yeah. NatGas, I can show you NatGas. I can, if I can find it, obviously. Here it is. I'll do the TTF, I guess. Did I have it on? No, there it is, okay. For some reason it's moved a bit here. There it is. There it is. Alrighty. Good. So TTF, I could also use the NG, the NatGas one. But still, to me, we're just right now bouncing here at the lower trend line again. We will see how high we go, but definitely there's a lot of resistance on the way up here. We can go to the weekly. You can actually see, going back quite a bit here, that 2018 hit there, a bit of a small pause there, and then we hit it again, and we had a decent bounce. But I think in order to get really, really bullish, you need to get above that 55, give or take. If it doesn't hold here, I think we could have a detour more down to 22, and yeah, you could also have some sort of a bit of a skewed inward head and shoulders in the making, but that we can see that when we get up there. So. But that was quite a run you had, if you go to the NatGas, the break there, back in May 2021. I think the break is actually earlier when you look at it from a non-log scale point of view. It's actually a bit earlier, but that's a break, and then you had we had 3 moves up, and then that was it. And my good friend Borak actually called that top right there. I remember it to this day. I was a bit hesitant, but he was insanely right. So a great call, by the way. But same thing for NatGas here. You have that bit of a bear flag here, and we're now, trying to bounce here a tiny bit. So you can also see it here, breakout, deep retest. So let's see how it goes. Again, here in Denmark, actually, we are having a lot of cold weather coming in, like minus, I think, 18 degrees. And in the northern Denmark, we have 50 centimeters of snow. So again, if that hits Germany, that warm weather, that could be some spiky NatGas here for sure. So yeah, silver, sure. Just ask questions if you have any. I can see them on the fly here. Silver again, bit of a nasty day, to be honest. But again, for the shorter term, as long as we hold quite these lows, then I think we are okay. We have this 22 coming up, which is the long-term gold trend line from the March 2020 madness. So the 2022 level, I think, could get tested here if we get into that level there. And then we have a minor here, a smaller blue here. Again, I don't think it will hold, but we will definitely wait and see. The Dixie Strong rates are actually, reversing here intraday, so that could be what is pausing it, that move down. Yeah. Also, if you look at it here, the gold to silver ratio. The reason why I'm a bit worried is actually, why is it there? For some reason, it is not the way I want it to be. But I want to show you the weekly here. I just did a video on it as well. So before we really wanted it to break down, from that golden trend line, but it just couldn't. It kept hanging on, and now actually you can see here breaking above that 88 level with a kind of a nasty weekly candle. Breaking out of that means when this happens, that's when you have these spikes here. You can see I want to show you. This could be a big spike, hopefully not. But when we have them, you can see here, that's the global financial crisis. Huge spike, everything went down. Liquidity is no longer in the system. Same here again, March 2020, huge spike here. So when we see that huge spike, that will not only hurt gold and silver, that will hurt crypto, all the indexes and so on, because that means that something is up, something is wrong. And yeah, so let's see how it is. We're still somewhat within the bear flag. So we haven't quite, turned all nasty, but we really want to see, some sort of like this. I don't know. For now, it is a breakout. So good, you're still on. And then The sound is still good, I hope. I hope it is. Until I have another question, I'll just scroll through some ratios, and you can ask questions if you wanna. Just type them in the chat. This was the URNM against the Silver Juniors. That big topping pattern here, breakdown of neckline. Now we're doing a second, well, maybe the first, but depending on how you view it, a big retest here at roughly 5. If you are in uranium, you want to see that pop. But for now, it is a breakdown retest, and usually you get a rollover resumption. The target for that topping pattern is here, roughly at 4. So for outperformance of the SILJ against URNM, it could mean that they both go up, obviously, or down, but just SILJ will outperform it. I have a lot of things I didn't. Oh yeah, CTRM. Let's look at CTRM. It has been getting killed for quite a long time, and definitely what we're seeing here now is also what we have been looking at for the video for the past, I don't know, half a year. When we did the weekly shipping recaps, again, that's a breakout right there. That's beautiful. Now we are very interested in the stock. Again, I'm not a buyer here at all. I'm just confirming now that we can turn bullish, and now we're waiting for the setup. The setup can be different things depending on how you view them, obviously. But the breakout is clear right now. You could have a retest, right? Into these levels. Beautiful. You can have a buy there. Or you can have, some sort of bullish, again, into a bull flag. But when we consolidate above a breakout, hopefully also with the last, if I can draw it correctly, wave down being, 1, 2, 3, that is the retest, beautiful. But again, look for a bullish setup here. It could be very spiky. This stock here is very hated. So I don't know about the short positions on it, but definitely there could be some money be made here again. For sure, it is very. I mean, the overall shipping sector looks fantastic. So, I mean, really, 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 really good. You can see here again today, green all over the board, more or less. Just, I mean, it's lovely. It really is. Also, Sim, which is hated, you can see here, doing exactly what we wanted to see. So remove the last stuff here again. Again, breakout, retest, and now we're getting back above that level. So definitely turning bullish. I'm just waiting for, this will be more of a trade stock for me, not a hold at all. So now I'm just waiting for what could happen here. I mean, if we, again, bull flag, whatever it is, I'm looking for, if I see something that I like, a good setup, I will definitely trade it and just be in and out somewhat quickly. I will not hold this one. This will be a trading vehicle for me. Metalla Royalty, okay, sure, Metalla. I think, if I remember the chart correctly, and I think I do, Metalla looks really, really, let's just find it here, whatever. I think this one. No, that wasn't the one I had in mind. Do I have some lines on the things there? Okay, I have some here. Okay, that's some old and new stuff here. Okay, just gonna remove the circles. I haven't been looking at this for a while, I can see. It's not updated. But anyways, go away with you. I also want to remove that, doesn't make any sense. Okay, so definitely again, we had that breakdown here from that green bad boy there. Retesting now. The daily, how does the daily look? Not the best. Not the best at all. We still have this long-term golden trend line to take out. This was actually quite good, having that oscillation around that, and then hope that normally you see a breakout up there. Clearly we didn't. So yeah, that's not the best thing. But for now, I think if we just, you can add it or something like that, even better. So again, we need to get above the green, which we should make red, obviously, because it is resistance. So we want to get above here, basically. Then, in my view, then you start to be a lot more bullish. But again, I think gold will go way, way higher. Maybe not the next few weeks, but definitely 2024. And I think at some point in time we should probably, hopefully, go to the upside here. It is one of the biggest or bigger streaming companies. It has been killed. How much is it down, actually? That's just amazing. It's down roughly 80%, while the gold price for that period has more or less been flat. That is not something you see often, especially for a streaming royalty company, because they don't have any exposure to oil and so on, and machinery, maintenance, whatever. They don't have any of that. So to me, it's surprisingly it is that cheap. Really, it's really cheap. So yeah, again, my personal opinion, again, from a technical point of view, wait for the break, above 3.5, give or take. But overall, is this cheap compared to gold? Absolutely it is. And they also do a dividend, but they haven't done it for like 2 years or so. But I think they will get back when gold gets higher. They will do a dividend. So Tilray, okay. I think that's. I know that is. Yeah. I have some old stuff here. Let's just make it clean as it can be. Yeah, it's definitely trying to do something, but we have just gonna do it on the fly here. That makes sense right there. You have your, in my view, a line that you definitely want to get above right there before you can become anything. We tried here, back again. Do we have any bottoming patterns here? No, not really. Not the prettiest of them all. But definitely, I think we are trying to make not the most beauty, basing here, but definitely trying to. So I think if you can get above that high here at roughly 3.4, I mean, that should be when you should be looking for longs, in my honest opinion. I think there's a better one called MSOS. That is an ETF, I think it is. I want to go to the daily, just to very quickly here. So in my view, we have soon a break of that. It's a shorter term one, golden trend line there. Also, we have that inverted head shoulders, maybe in the making. You have a target when that triggers at roughly, this is very quickly, so you have to be more precise yourself, at roughly 12 when we get that break. But you could get an early entry here with a stop below, obviously, so we can do in the trade if you want to. At least that's often how I do things. And you don't need to get these correct often to be very, very right, in my view. So we have a 6, let's call it 6-to-1 ratio, risk reward here. So you have like 10% downside and roughly 60% upside. Again, you have to make the drawings a bit better yourself, but yeah. Also, you can see, let's see if we can add, a golden in here. Often I just very simply take the top and then we see what happens. Yep, there it is. Okay, have a bit of a fakey here. Connection there, beautiful. And also you can see here, actually, we're just trying to turn it into, again, looks, actually when I added that in, it looks a lot more bullish than I would like to have made, because, the right shoulder is actually, could be a test of that long-term golden trend line. So it's actually, it's not the worst setup that you can do, really. It could also be a long-term hold, but again, I don't see the bottoming here just yet, so maybe that's just too much to ask. So yeah, I haven't looked at the cannabis. Let's see here. Let's look at the PODX. I mean, the PODX is a different story. Again, we have broken that long downtrend here, and I have that, kind of maybe that basing highs right here at roughly 9. What worries me actually is this kind of stuff here, kind of a bear flag. It could still be that inverted head and shoulders that I'm looking at or looking for. I don't know if it will come, but I'm ready if it is. But for now, that looks a bit iffy to me. So a bit iffy. But again, we're just doing a deep test here of that wedge anyway. So let's see what happens. PLT, sure. I have no idea what that is. Is it the? There are a few of them actually. So you need to give me the name before I can help you. PLD. What is that? Again, with the PLD, I need the name because there are. I think it's this one. It has to be this one. Please correct me if it is not that one. The Prologis. I don't know. Weird name. Yeah, sure. Very quickly, the eyes that is getting my attention, or the lines, is that one there at roughly 138, give or take. Again, should you be a buyer right here? In my honest opinion, no. We have come a long way. And we need to, if we're going higher, fine, but definitely let it rest here. Let the RSI reset and then have the break and you can add in. Do we have any, also have a line here, makes sense. It's actually quite well defined, to be honest. We see it there. Oh, there it is. Okay, did I remove it? Yeah, okay. Also we have the lower right here, roughly. So yeah, so ideally you want to just stay here flatlining for like a month or so, and then boom, that should be rocketing higher. But you shouldn't buy here right now as we speak. The bearish case for this one is that we could have had, you know, some sort of a blow off top move here for this move up, and then you can actually add some Fibonacci extensions in, and you can see that we could actually see 126 and maybe even 121, giving, you know, how low we can go here. Just want to see if we have a triangle that we can add in. Makes sense. Yep, there it is. And we have the top and the bottom there. Okay, there it is. Good, 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 good. Maybe that's a bit iffy. Or maybe this is better. I don't know. At least now I think that the bottom is fine. So I think, you know, that should act as support if we go down from here. So, but what does it do? Does it pay dividend? Yeah, 2%. Okay, it has come quite a long way actually. That's quite impressive. That's the okay. It's the first time that I see it. So, also typically on any chart you want to mark, you know, the high, you know, from February 2020, and the low. That is 2 key levels on any chart. You can also see here why it's so important, right? That's where people are buying them just before the crash. You should do that on any long-term chart, by the way. And also the lows down here, that if we get there, I have no idea, but if we do, big bounce should be expected, and you can hold it for long, you can trade it, but definitely a bounce will be made there, in my view. Maybe if it is, I really want to have that triangle. Doesn't add up quite. Maybe like that makes, I don't know. Argentina play Cressy. I have no idea what that is. This one. I don't know what it is, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. But just quickly off the bat here, in my view, these are not the setups that I'm looking at, but in my view we have some sort of rising wedge here. So we have a move down. So this is a bearish wedge, in my view. So for the long side, I don't personally trade these kind of things because they look very bearish to me, and usually you break to the downside here. Usually, again, it's all a matter of probabilities, so it is what it is. Agriculture, do you have any specific ticker or anything? I don't know if I have any on top of my head. I think I have had ones, but I can't remember. I only have I think I have the German ones. I don't know if that is for any good. The copper, let me see here. Heating oil, no. Cotton, blah blah blah, lean hawks. No, it's gonna go blast right through. Agriculture here. I have a German one here. I don't know if you have any ticker, but definitely, again, huge run up here, sideways action. That's always a bullish take on things. So yeah. Moo, that sounds funny. SC set, okay. What is that? Okay, agriculture. Okay, fair enough. Sure. Okay, super. What is this? I'm just gonna see what it is actually. Well, no, probably classic. Okay, weird. I mean, it's for me. There's no typical thing that I look for. But if I were to give you a level, if you want to go long, it is clear as day for me. 62.5. But again, for me, I have no idea what to do with this kind of chart in my view. So again, you can also argue, if you really want to, actually, that it doesn't add up. If this was all the way up here, then you had that inverted head and shoulders, but it's not at the neckline, so that's out of the question. But definitely quite simply 62.5 really, and it has come a long way here on the weekly. You can see here on the daily it's getting rejected again. So and there's also some gaps in the chart here, so I don't know if that will get filled, but definitely it is clear as day in my view. There it is, 62.5. Santa Cruz. Shipping, oh yeah, shipping I like. Let me see here, getting a lot of good, very good questions here. Santa Cruz. Oops. Settle, obviously. I don't know. I don't think that's the one actually. Isn't it a gold? I think it's a gold, right? Santa Cruz. Or cross, whatever you want to call it. Silver. I did silver Jimmy at the early stage of this stream, so I think again today wasn't the most ideal day, and we want to have that $22 level to hold. I don't think we have a smaller trend line going on, but I don't think it will hold. Especially when you look at gold, the gold to silver ratio, that looks very, very bearish as we speak for until proven otherwise for gold and silver, really. So, Moo. Okay, let's look at Moo. Oh, Vanek. Okay, nice. Okay, let's see here. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It does look different now. Okay. Yeah, okay, silver miner. Okay. Yes, okay, I'll look at it just in 1 second here. Again, yeah, I think it's not the best of the best. Clearly, this right here, but again, I think agriculture, we have some levels here, 2008. If we get down there, that is definitely a place where I think we will have a big bounce. You can also see here we're coming down. We can add in, I think we can maybe add in some lines here, depending. There are actually two formations in the making here, and then I think you have, I would have preferred this to be higher, to be honest, but let's add it in there. And then, yeah, it's not, the most clean setup here, actually. But definitely if we get down to, that 2008 high at roughly 66, 67, depending, not 66, that is also where I think it should bounce big time. Or just a tad above, we have the March 2020 highs here, roughly 69. So 66 to 69, if we get there, then I think everything looks fine here. Shorter term, we have a move down, and we're now bear flagging here, so it could be that we're getting that final rollover right there for agriculture. SC set. There it is. I found it. Oh, I have a. Oh, that's beautiful. Again, one line really says it all in my view. Very simply, there it is for you guys. Neckline break. You can do the measured move yourself, but roughly, whoa. On top here again. That is your play in my view. When it breaks, if it breaks, definitely today it is down 4% together with silver and gold. So again, you can just wait it out for the break, or you can maybe find some good entries down here if you have a good setup. But from what I'm seeing here, yep, exactly. You can see here it's actually retesting that breakdown trend line here. So short term, it's not the best. It's not the best at all. PLTR, yeah, I missed that one. Ah man, I want to show you that actually. Pull up. Okay, play a lower. I'll do a lower also. Also hold that one, but it's also. I want to show you why I missed it, and I was just an idiot. I was just a complete idiot. Well, you can't catch them all, right? But definitely, this was back in May 2020, and that gap up here, I was waiting for that to close. I got fooled. And yeah, it's just been running ever since. And then I wanted to buy back in when we got back to these highs here to get that entry. I didn't get it. So again, you can see here every entry that you could have had, just it didn't give it to you. So it was just like running away like madness. So yeah, peeled. Also, you have some sort of weird kind of pennant going on there. So yeah, again, I missed it because it didn't do what I wanted it to do. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But it had lost that important trend line coming over here. There it is. We're just breaking down here, and let's see how low we can go. But we are below that trend line from the head to the shoulder, and we could definitely see 14 for a bounce. I wouldn't be long, with big. In this case, I think it's more of like a trade. I think if you go to the weekly, you can also see some negative divergence coming up there, coming down here. So, and since we lost that one, that's not ultimately ideal for Palantir. Eloro, sure, Eloro. I want to show you the grandmother of all bull flags that failed, and again, technically, if you want to add it up there. So again, I added here, or I bought here. I can't remember exactly where it was, roughly around here, for that breakout to the upside. And yeah, we just had a huge move down here, retesting the lower side of the flag as we speak. Again, and we're getting rejected at that trend line here, you can see. So not ideal at all for Eloro. This was actually textbook, more or less, and then just with a low angle down there, and that was the target, clearly. That didn't perform as expected. And now I'm just waiting to see if I can buy in when we get down, or even add, because I think this will be a long-term hold. But short-term it could take some pain, but I'm just waiting to add here at roughly 116 for my last final small clip on that one. Let's add it in there as well, it makes sense. Okay. Does it align up with any good stuff here? No. Okay. But still it is there. So, but as you can see on the daily, getting rejected right there, boop, rolling down. And for it to get bullish again, we wanna, maybe we have a second go and then we get back into the flag, and then it's a different take. But for now, it's not the best. Maybe a double bottom, who knows? Sure thing. Thank you, Jimmy Butler. Thank you very much. I don't think shipping companies. Oh yeah, Ryan, I haven't forgot you. Shipping. We did a bit of shipping here. You want to look into the BDI, so the Baltic Dry Index? Sure. Let's have it. Let's have it here. We did CTRM and we did SIM, but that's for me mostly a trading vehicle, because I don't think the company has any. Again, I don't know, but from what I've heard, it's not like it is a shipping company, but there are better, long-term, more safer bets. I think, if I remember correctly, is it DHT? Yeah, it is DHT. Yeah. PBR. Oh, yes, I love PBR. I really, really, really like that. That would be the last one that I'll take, the PBR from John. It's a great chart. Fantastic, fantastic chart, really. Again, this is just, DHT. I gave the buy signal here, roughly at 9 point something, and now we are at 10, so it hasn't gone up much. But still, it is respecting our green uptrend here, and we did the break here, retest, and we tested the band. So what we want to see now is actually just let it grind higher. We have a trend line coming across there, which will be the ultimate test. If we do, then I think we'll make the highs here, and then we can actually go all the way up to 18, while you collect roughly 12% dividends over 2024. You can see the pivot high there from 2011, 12, excuse me. That is why that's so important. So as long as this green uptrend holds, there's nothing to worry about for this beautiful stock here. And I just broke my keyboard for some reason. Get back here. Get back here. Good. I'm thinking that there is, some, because they all look so really, really good, but they have broken out. You have GNK here. It's a bit messy from the previous video, I'm sorry. But again, breakout, retest, resumption, beautiful. ESEA again, going to hit that high there at roughly 39 point something. EGLE is also trying to make a statement here, breaking out of that head to shoulder trend line here, which often is where it's not a textbook negation, but often I find that when that breaks, this formation is no longer in play. But for it to get really negated, you need to get above the shoulder high. So DNORD again here, also covered that one a lot. It's still holding on here from that long-term golden trend line here. But if we go to the daily, there is some caution with that, hold. Maybe not as much, but still you can still see some. It looked more like a bear flag actually on the weekly. So definitely, it has done actually quite nice here. It's not the worst. Nice recovery. I thought it was going to break down, but obviously the entire shipping sector does very well. So yeah, last but not least, PBR. I love it. One trend line says it all. Maybe two. Okay, I want to show you here PBR monthly, last chart for today. I want to remove that, just we're going to clear everything up. Let's remove it all actually. So again, one trend line or two is often what you need in order to have this one here. And in my view, let's make it thick and golden, beautiful, and you can see right there. That is the gravy right here again. This is, I think, mostly oil, gas, operation productions, whatever. A lot of stuff going on with oil and gas. And it's a Brazilian company. I don't know if it is state-owned or not, but I don't care really. The chart looks fantastic. These are monthly time frames. You can see here. Also trying to take out, the highs right here, the wicks and the wicks here. So it's definitely having a very good go at things. It does pay quite nicely, 17%. And today you can see it's attacking the previous high here from 2023. You can see the highs here coming in. So definitely from a monthly point of view, until proven otherwise, this is amazing. It really, really is. Last but not least, because we're talking Brazil, again, you've seen it many times. I think this is the EWZC, whatever. So this is the Brazilian ETF, also on a monthly scale here, breaking some key levels. That golden trend line, it played with it a lot, made that blue formation there, and we are now peaking above. Also, if you go to the regular, you can see here, if you negate the blue lines there, you can see it is also a clean break on the regular y-axis with that bold flag to confirm it. So I think it looks really, really good. It also pays 6% dividends. I think this one, again, that's my tactic, to hold this for a few years, depending on how the chart looks then. Collect the dividend and, maybe make a double. In my view, a safe bet. Maybe it's more than a double, 120% give or take. That could be what I'm aiming for. Again, it doesn't all have to be gold and silver. Yeah, I think that was all, guys. Again, if this gets some good reviews, I'll do them more often. I really like to do these on the fly charting, so without any preparation. I just get, asked a question and then I have to perform. I really like to do that actually. It's very nice. Again, I did a video with Patrick Karim, North Star Bat Charts, this guy. This guy, I did it was it yesterday? My days are just so messed up right now. I think it was yesterday. Doesn't matter. A few days ago, where he gave his take on gold, silver, uranium. Somewhat short video, half an hour. Check it out. And yeah, I think that will be all for me. So again, thank you for tuning in, guys. And yeah, the first 2 days for 2024 has been a mess, to say the least. Very tricky. Very, very tricky, especially with this nasty stuff going on, the gold to silver ratio. Yeah, it is what it is. Thank you, guys. I will stop the streaming. Stay safe, all that good stuff, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Bye. Cheers. No worries, Hella. I just saw your comment there with the beer. Beautiful. Beautiful. I guess you're a Dane, given your name. So cool. Anyways, guys, have a great one. Cheers, guys. Bye.